in this man. In the upper right-hand corner of altitude for Dragon Kitesy, it's Dark. And his opponent in the lower left-hand corner in the blue, it's Creator. Oh, it's nice to have a high-level Zerg in here. I think the only other Zerg we've had today was Casimir, who gave us some very fun, albeit very quick games against Max Packs earlier. We didn't have any Zerg representation in EPT EU. Who is it? There's like one Zerg in the round of 8, I feel like, but I don't even remember who it was. Just not a lot of Zergs going on here. Fortunately, Dark, the former world champion, very, very good player, won KSL this week. Obviously, we hold that in the highest regard in terms of results. Is one of the favorites to win today's bracket. Certainly going to be a heavy contender. Creator, a little bit of the underdog here, but honestly, not by much. I feel like this match... I feel like Creator could just win this, and we'd be like, oh, that's good. Good for Creator. You know, we wouldn't be like, wow, I can't believe Creator beat Dark. We'd just be like, I guess Creator's playing a little extra good today, or maybe Dark played a goofy build and Creator punished him for it. Like, generally, I'd favor Dark, but it's weird how I envision certain matchups in my head and certain players. Creator beating anybody in the world wouldn't surprise me. I've said before, whenever I've like tried to do like bracket predictions and stuff, if Creator's in a bracket, Creator can win the bracket. It doesn't matter who else is in the bracket. Creator could win it. Yeah, I mean, some matches are going to be tougher for him, but he's the kind of player, he's so insanely consistent that he could just pop in and win against somebody like Dark. He could win against somebody like Beyond. It's very rare to see him do it over and over again, which is why we don't see him usually get super deep in tournaments, right? Because he might win here against Dark. He could do it, and I wouldn't be that surprised. But I would be surprised if he won against Beyond after winning against Dark. Like, for some reason, the 2 in a row like that would surprise me more than anything else. I feel like Creator always has a very good chance of beating anybody. But I don't know. I still don't expect him to go super far. I feel like he's a very consistent round of 8, round of 4 player in a tournament as stacked as this one. And we are currently in the round of 8. So let's see if that holds true. Maybe Creator will show me up here. He'll be like, yeah, actually, I'm going to win this one today. Would be pretty sick. I mean, it's always nice to see players who have been around a long time have good performances. I think we're all really excited for Gumiho, kind of for that same reason. Like, he's been around so long. Obviously, he had like a big win in 2017, but Gumiho, I'm pretty sure, played in the very first GSL. And Creator's been around nearly as long. He's been playing a long, long time. That's always exciting to see people who have been around a long time do well. Although at this point, players who are like not... Whenever I think of a player now who I'm like, oh, they haven't been around as long. They've only been around for like 8 years. Who was it during the Home Story Cup broadcast that was like, I think it was Loco. It was like, wow, I feel like we've been casting Raynor for like 5 years already. And then he thought about it and he was like, well, I guess we have, since he turned 16 5 years ago. And yeah, that's when he was at Valencia and at Montreal. And he had like some sick WCS runs that year. Yeah, I guess we have been seeing Raynor for 5 years on the pro circuit. And we saw him before then because we were all waiting for him to be 16 so he could actually play in WCS. It's just funny how time flies, man. We're in 2023. Been watching and playing this game now for 12 years. 12 and a half years. 13 if you've been playing since the beginning. Crazy. Anyways, talk about this game a little bit. This creator's just hitting with some oracles. Hasn't really gotten much damage, but a little bit. The oracles come in to grab another drone. Ling's looking like they want to counterattack, but there's a third oracle back at home to help defend. And the follow-up Twilight Council Forge coming up here for creator. That oracle here, pushing those Lings away. Prism on the way out for Creator. So Creator might want to get a little bit cheeky with it as he starts Blink. I'm imagining. Oh, no. Charge here for Creator. Okay. Straight into charge. So I imagine we'll see there's the Templar Archives. Will we see Storm? I actually don't think so. Which, you know, I understand not wanting to go Storm against Terran. I get it. We were just having a whole conversation. I get it, dude. EMPs are good. I still think Storm is worth it. If you're going to get the Templar Archives, it seems silly to me not to have a couple Templar around and a Prism if you're good enough for it. Ooh, 6 drones that time. But against Zerg, come on. Storm is so good. It's so good. Even Roaches, which it's like, yeah, Roaches, they don't really mind Storm too much. I mean, Storm's still such a good upgrade. I don't know. I feel like it's for some reason so underrated lately. See nobody ever getting Storm. And we're not going to see it here. No Storm for Creator. He's just going to build Archons. Now I will say Archons much better against Zerg than they are against Terran. So it is fair. Archons very good here. Dark, though, is going for a Spire and an Infestation Pit. Is he going to get Mutas out? He's banking up some gas. It does feel like he wants to get Mutas out. He's getting into Banes, getting into the Hive. He could also just be rushing to a Greater Spire. Yeah, Corruptor's on the way out. I think he wants to try to deal with the Prism maybe and get into that Hive. And I was wrong. I was wrong. Creator proving me wrong, getting Storm. I'm happy to see it. It's also such a quick upgrade. Look at how fast this little bar is moving. Crazy. Compare that to +1. Crazy difference. Everybody in chat squinting like, what is he talking about? Those bars are moving at the same pace. Trust me, it's faster. It's quicker. Cheeky little Prism moving around here. Hive is about to finish, and yeah, I have a feeling we're going to just see that Greater Spire. We'll see Dark march straight into Broodlords, which Dark always plays so interestingly. He's such a strange player. Vile's trying to catch that Void Ray, not quite doing it. Bane speed now on the way. A lot of Bane's morphing. The Hive is done. The Spire is done, but we're not seeing anything happen with any of that. Adrenal is on the way. There's that Greater Spire we've been looking for. Dark looks like he wants to try to hit, though. He's nearly max, and I think he wants to double prong. This base for Creator is not going to be long for this world, as Lings and Banes are on their way. Ooh, actually, I'm a little bit worried for Creator here. We're sending some units over, but not quite that many. We got some drones going down to some Adepts that shaded in. Crazy. And Carriers all the way on the way, already on the way here for Creator. That's going to put a thorn in the side of Dark, who I do not think is ready for Creator to already have Carriers coming out. Of course, he does have the Spire, but doesn't have any upgrades pumping on it. The Greater Spire doesn't really help him against Carriers all that much, unless he wants to really slow the game down. Oof. Oh my god, these oracles. There's so many Banelings going down. 9 Banes just getting killed just like that. Dark decides moving on the left side, but cannon, shield batteries, Archons, and of course, Those juicy, juicy storms coming in handy here. Dark gonna try to move through the middle now. See if he can spot the carriers. It's gonna be an important thing for him to notice. Yep, Storm gonna push these Lings out. Roaches and Ravagers on the left side also running away. Creator doing a great job holding. We have more Corruptors coming out. I still think Dark's about to morph those into Broods. I do not think he is ready for there to be 5 carriers here in a minute out of Creator. And there's 9 Broodlords being morphed. Ooh, RIP that Void Ray. They're also very far back. And Dark's creep spread, pretty disappointed in this. This feels like something Dark really neglected on this map, and this map is so big, you really gotta push that creep spread. It's not the worst in the world, and I know Creator, I'm sure he cleared up a little earlier with like the Void Ray, right? But it still feels like Dark's creep spread should be a little bit better than this. You know Scarlet would have the creep like up here by this point. Definitely a bit of a weakness right now. Hallucinated Phoenix is going out. Ooh, are they going to spot those Broods? I don't think they quite did. But man, this carrier count is getting kind of wild here. So 6th carrier is about to pop, 7 and 8 on the way. I'm a little worried for Dark. What is the Corruptor count? He's got 3 more on the way, but there's only 2 out. He's going to have less Corruptors than there are carriers. A nice Storm to get things started here, really damaging these Broodlords, taking them down under 150 hit points. The Storm goes down. Those ones aren't doing quite as much. Wow, we're not getting a lot of frames in this game, are we? Flux Veins on the way to try to fight against this a little bit better. No Blink Stalkers to jump underneath. Broodling's just trying to delay as Creator starts pushing across the map. Creator's got 2 more carriers popping out here. He's got more on the way. All right. He's up to 9. That's going to be 10 and 11 in production. So we're getting to a very high number of carriers. It's going to be very difficult for Dark to deal with. He just doesn't have enough Corruptors. He's on 8. There's still more carriers than there are Corruptors. This is actually insane. I haven't seen a late game PvZ like this in such a long time. This is some old school stuff right here. Dark might just have too many Broods out. Or Banelings or something. You might want to try to run by and get some kills. You're going to need more Corruptors for sure. Still only at 9. 6 more on the way. Army of Creator is coming in. He's pushing through. He's on creep. He's going to storm and zone that army back. The Broodling's also zoning back Creator's army. Oh, Corruptor's out on the map looking for something. They're going to grab a carrier before it is able to recall. Still a lot of carriers out here. 10 of them out in this little group. But as the Corruptor count gets bigger and we get more upgrades for these Corruptors, they're going to be able to kill this more easily. Carriers are getting +2 shields and +1 armor. They already have +2 attack. Corruptor is only on +1 attack. They are getting that Flyer Carapace as well. Creator taking another base. Oh man, we might be in for a long one. Look at these banks, guys. Oh my god. You know, I feel like I've seen more extreme late games from Creator than just about any other Protoss. Dark, I think, just wants to get rid of some supply. So he's going to do the thing that Banelings are best at and just explode them all over the place. He doesn't actually get any kills, does he? 5 drones getting killed on the other side of the map. Dark, I don't know how many drones he wants to sit at. He's at 69 right now. It's kind of the perfect amount. Ooh, bit of an engagement here. Storm going down. One thing I'm noticing, we have no spellcasters out for Dark. But as I say that, 12 more Corruptors and the first Viper on the way out. And Viper is going to be very good here once that Corruptor number is high enough to start one-shotting carriers, even two-shotting carriers. 6 more drones going down. Nice little run by here by Creator. Keeping that worker count of Dark nice and low. That does mean Dark's army is going to be nice and high, though. I don't think these oracles can actually do this. Those oracles are actually really important, and I don't know why Creator just threw them away like that. That is a juicy storm. The Archon's underneath as well, going to push these Corruptors away. I feel like the Corruptors should just wait for a Viper. Go for some yoinkers. Creator's got a sick economy. Should be able to just bank up a ton of money. Dark is banking up, but he's struggling to deal with this. No Overseer here, so that's a dead base. Overseer finally shows up. DT's gonna blink away. Morph to an Archon. Well. Oh well. Oh man, we are in pure passive game mode right now. I'm gonna sit down. Excuse me as my microphone makes a little bit of noise. It's time to just chill here. We're gonna be here for a while, kids. I have a feeling this game might go a long time. You know what we might see? I have never once seen on this map, despite casting it like probably 100 times, jeez. This cooling tower dropped on the Xel'Naga watchtower, and then this base taken. I can safely say I've never seen that. Ooh, Dark is nowhere nearby. This army completely caught Dark by surprise. He is trying to come over now, but he is too late to the party. Dark is struggling with this in a way that I wouldn't normally expect him to. He's got a lot of money in the bank. It feels like he's just not sure exactly what he wants to get. He's playing very passively. He is not trying to pick off carriers or anything. I don't know. This is not the Dark I would have expected at this stage of the game. He's so good with spellcasters. I'm shocked he has one Viper and that is it. Oh, he's got three. He's got three. The other two are in the main. They're eating the gas. And Creator taking his forward base. We're running out of bases to take, honestly. It really is going to come down to these golds soon. Ooh, engagement. Broodling's getting shot out here, doing the free damage. They're cleaned up nicely. Ravager's sharking around the left side, trying to figure out something to do here. Could they find some DTs? They're gonna find some DTs. DTs are like, "Ha, we'll go over here." Didn't really work. All right, upgrades are starting to really fill out here. +3 carapace. Oh no, that's chitinous plating. Excuse me. Dark is on. Oh no. No. Oh what?
Game paused.
What just happened? So, Beowulf's main PC lost internet?
Game
And so did Rocklets at the exact same time, but Beowulf's second PC was fine. That was weird. That doesn't make any sense at all. Beowulf has two computers right next to each other. Maybe they're on different internet. I don't know. But we're back in the game, and Dark is putting some pressure on. Oh my Jesus. All right. Yeah, he's trying to just take down this base, killing some probes, killing some static defense, using up that shield battery energy. Oh no. Who is it this time? I do not understand how this is possible. I don't get it.
Game paused.
Okay.
Game
All right.
resumed.
We're back. Sport crawlers are moving up. We're back into the game. Feedbacks on the Vipers. Do we have any spells going off? One parasitic bomb. Ravagers coming in. The Corruptors diving on top of this. I think Dark is winning right now, but both players are remaxing. 8 Ultras on the way. We've got Tempest coming out here for Creator. The Void Rays prismatically aligning, actually crushing some of those Corruptors. Corruptors pull back. Sport Crawlers doing what they can, but the ground army is now a lot of Stalkers. The Stalkers could blink under these Broodlords if the Broodlords don't have proper ground support, which they're waiting for as these Ultras take about 100 years to build. The Stalkers are going to blink under. They're focusing on the Corruptors right now. The Broodlings try to hold on, but Dark is going to tap out as Creator pushes through. Oh my god. Well, some unfortunate internet issues during that one. But what a final fight. Jesus. Wow, that game was intense. I am actually out of water. I don't understand. I really don't get it. They must, like, Bayo and Rocklets must have the exact same ISP, but how is that possible? They're so far away from each other. Rocklets is in Brazil, and Bayo's in, like, New Hampshire. Listen, I don't know, dude. That was some wild shit. Bayo's also got 2 PCs on the same router. How is that physically possible? I have no clue. I genuinely don't know. Anyways, wild, not even a wild, super long, very, I don't know, man, a very built up game 1 that was won by this Protoss player in the lower left hand corner. It is Creator. I don't know if anybody believed in him. I told you, man, he's very good. His opponent in the upper right-hand corner, though, still, I think, the favorite, and I still feel like we're all expecting him to win the next 2 games. It is Dragon Kitesies. Dark. I really feel like the lack of spellcasters there was a unique and not good decision by Dark. Now, I will say, he was caught very off guard by the carriers. I mean, he had like 9 Broodlords and like 2 Corruptors. He was just not ready. He was not ready for there to be 7 carriers out. And so he was very late to that. So he was responding to it. He was trying to get up defenses. And I just don't think Dark was in a comfortable spot against it. He had a maxed out army of units that weren't the units he wanted to have. And that's never a place you really want to be in. So I feel like Dark was just trying to get back into it and was never quite able to get there. But now we're in game 2. Things will almost undoubtedly be different. I mean, we'll see. We'll see. Dark might get a little aggressive. You know, I'm going to go grab some water while we're in the early phases of this game. What I'm going to do... Oh, God, I don't know who's doing that observing. is I'm going to follow... That's too zoomed out. There we go. I'm going to follow this person's observing. They got the right idea. They're following a probe. I like that. Or maybe those links. I'm going to grab some water. Excuse me for a moment. Okay. What do we got going on here? I saw Stargate finishing up. What kind of unit we got coming out of the Stargate? That is an Oracle. You give vision for that Overlord to get taken down by the Stalker. Nice little Oracle opener. Dark. Indian Evo Chamber, is that in his main base? It is, so that's going to be +1 melee. Pretty standard against Protoss, but Creator did play a bit differently last game than we've seen kind of the standard Protoss play. So it makes me wonder if Creator is going to keep changing it up a little bit, keep things a little different, instead of going for like a Blink +1 build every game. So, okay. Here's why that error last game really throws me off. If it had just been 2 observers are like getting dropped at the same time. Okay, sure. They're getting some part of their pipeline interacts, and whatever that is having issues. No problem. They could be anywhere in the world, and it just, whatever connection it is, blah, it doesn't matter. Probably like East server in NA or something. I don't know. It doesn't matter. It kind of makes sense. What doesn't make sense, what absolutely, without a doubt, makes 0 sense, Beowulf has 2 computers plugged in to the same router. They are not on separate internets. He's not pulling up a tree. Okay? He's not Sal. He doesn't have 2 different ISPs, one for each computer in case something goes down. No. Okay? Sal legitimately has that. So it's not like he's got them plugged in separately. They're in the same internet. Any ISP thing or network error should affect both of them. And if it's only affecting one computer, it's probably a computer thing, in which case it should not affect Rocklets. I have no idea how that's physically possible. That makes no sense to me. That's what really throws me off. That's what adds a twist to all of this. Oh, what the tweet? Anyways, enough about internet issues and ISPs. Ooh, Ling's gonna get in right on top of this. Creator was not expecting that. Gonna try to drop some force fields. The Oracle's a little late to the party though, as almost every single one of those ground units goes down to just a handful of Lings. This Adept, the only survivor. Singing some Destiny's Child over here. I'm a survivor, I'm not a giver. She even got her background dancers. I'm not gonna stop, gonna keep getting stronger. I'm a survivor. It's a banger. It's a banger, and you guys know it. We have charge and +1 again for Creator. He's getting into the Robo Bay. I mean, this is, yeah, Creator, again, playing not the normal PvZ style. Dark is changing it up a little bit too this game, though. Going for Ling Hydra. I imagine he wants to get into Lurkers in a little bit, but right now just focused on the Ling Hydra, getting those Hydra upgrades. Got a lair done, but no infestation pit on the way. He's not rushing in to the next stage of tech, which I feel like is something Dark often does, is rush into the next stage of tech. Druck's a lot of health. Creator going for the full wall on this side, which I do kind of like that move. I feel like it makes it a little harder to take this base, but he can absolutely just expand down here. Could do the same thing here, too. Really block off Dark's attack options. Creator going straight for disruptors. I feel like disruptors, they can struggle a little against Lings. But, I mean, Lings can also just get killed by Disruptor Novas. So, a little column A, a little column B. This Prism has clearly been spotted by Dark. He's going to leave a couple Hydras here to defend. Zella run by, gets caught and killed, and it looks like Dark wants to put some pressure on. He's got Banelings being morphed, Bane Speed about to finish up, Hydra upgrades about to finish up. Such a well-defended base for Creator, though. Creator is so well set up here. Now, this side's a little bit less well-defended. Does leave a few units down here. Try to help deal with this. Gateway's getting taken down. The Disruptor from downtown tries to get the connection, doesn't quite succeed. The stasis traps everywhere, so annoying to deal with. Baneling's gonna smash in, take down pylons, deep power cannons. But so far, Creator holding strong, not really taking any real damage. Gateways and static defense is really not that much of an issue. Ooh, Disruptors not getting the connections. The Banelings, though, also not really getting the connections. Static defense getting taken down here, but Super Shield Battery is turned on, gonna help out quite a bit. But isn't going to help out enough. Disruptor Nova hits a huge swath of Lings. Swath? Swath of Lings. A swash of Lings. He swashbuckled the shit out of those Lings. Dark, oh man, Dark is not messing around, dude. He is just going to keep on going. 34 Banes on the way. He wants to keep this Ling Bane Hydra pressure up. Creator is forced to stay on the ground, building up Blink now, trying to get into +3. But the Ling Bane Hydra dives in on top of this. Is there enough here for Creator? Disruptor Nova gets a huge connection. Another one hits a few Hydras. More Archons showing up to play. All the probes of this base going down. That was a lot of stuff Dark just lost to get that done, but he gets out of there with the Hydras, which is crucial. Creator is now down a base full of mining probes. Colossi going to be really good here, actually. I love that Creator got those. You know, wall a little bit more down here. Dark decides to pull back. He's got the Hive on the way, a Roach Warren on the way. He's getting +2 missile attacks. He's starting to macro up a little bit. He was very committed to that attack, and he needed to get damage done. He was successful, but wasn't enough damage done. As he gets into the Hive and drops the Lurker Den, I'm starting to feel pretty good about Dark's position. But it is kind of a tough one. He's on a very low-tech army. Now, we do have players that love to play with heavy low-tech armies. Just like a lot of this Ling Bane Hydra kind of stuff. We've got drones and probes going down here. Both players losing a few of their workers. I don't know, I'm liking this for Dark. That being said, there's the fleet bacon, a couple of extra Stargates here for Creator. He's trying to tech up. He's going to need a 5th base to do so. And I feel like he really needs a 5th base in order to successfully tech into those carriers without just losing a lot of his stuff. So he's going to go ahead and take this north one now that that wall is busted open. Dark, though, he's maxed. He's got 6 Lurkers on the way. Those Lurker upgrades have started up. Seismic Spines and whatever the other one's called. So many Lings. So many Lings. But, I mean, there's a lot of anti-Ling here from Creator. Creep spread in this game feeling a lot better for Dark as he's got his whole half of the map plus pushing a little bit onto Creator's side. Yeah, could use a little more on the top and bottom, but I think overall should be pretty happy with it. Lurkers are done, more Banelings being morphed. Where are those lurkers? There we go. Ah, adaptive talents, that's the other one. Lurkers hanging on the top side. Looks like they want to dive in on top of this base. Oh, they're going to just go right below the wall here. Oh, Ling's getting caught in another stasis trap. There's another one here as well, but just catches 2 Lings. Creator just out of range of these lurkers, which he knows are there, but can't really do much about in this position. Something I mentioned actually for Terran is that disruptors can't shoot over this cliff. And the tanks could be good there, but we see the lurkers actually just as solid. But now Dark's gonna move around the bottom side with everything but the lurkers, Lings, Banes, and Hydras, and he's trying to smash through the static defense. Super Shield Battery turns on, and will help these Archons weather the storm a bit. A few probes going down, but I think this is a solid hold from Creator. He's actually going up in supply at the same time. Dark not fully remaxing, maybe trying to figure out exactly what he wants to remax on. Ooh, lurkers in the meantime move up here, but they're getting pushed around, moved around by the disruptors. They're getting some good splash damage, but they'll all get taken down by those Novas. There's a recall to come save this base. But Dark, I think, is happy to take this fight for now until those carriers show up. And now Dark, he has to pull back. He's got to get out of here. Viper's on the way immediately. Dark, again, I think just thrown off by the presence of those carriers when he wasn't expecting and he wasn't ready for it. But he is going to send the Lings up north, and those Lings are much faster than anything Creator can do. So they will crush this base. Oh my god, that is some adrenal +2 melee Ling action. We'll move down here too, but the Archons are like, nah, dude. Nah, dude. Llama on the way out this time. Creator going for the -400, -400. And I think because he's against Hydras, I like this a lot better for Creator. Hydras don't quite deal with the mothership as well as the Corruptors do. Ooh. Ling Lurker gonna dive in on top of this. Super Shield Battery gonna help out quite a bit. Not gonna stop everything from dying here. There's a lot of DPS in this army. Lurkers decide to pull up, back away with the Hydras. Creator still does not have a 5th base. He had one for a tiny bit, but the mining here of Dark is significantly better. Which means his army is just going to have a lot more flexibility. But Creator's army is very good right now, and these Disruptor Novas go in. They're damaging the Lurkers, but they're not getting the kills. Where's the yoink? -400, -400. Second yoink. And there it is. Another mothership comes up, another mothership goes down. Ooh, a Colossus gets grabbed. I don't even know if that was intentional, but... Oh, man. The carrier's so low, but the carrier and the Colossus both survive. The Adept was singing, I'm a survivor, but the carrier is singing, I will survive, little Gloria Gaynor. At first I was afraid, I was petrified. That little viper adopted me into those Hydras. But then I just kind of turned around and flew the other way. Woo, it's base rate time. Okay. Alrighty. Who is this better for? I feel like this is better for Creator, who has a much more difficult to kill army. But Dark does have invisible units. He's got 9 lurkers on the field. He just grabbed a carrier. I think Dark was earlier to this and has less to kill. Also, he's going to get another carrier kill. Oh, this is really, really nice for Dark. Sometimes you got to just get those carriers out of there. Both players losing a lot here. Both players have a decent bank, but not a massive bank. Dark, though, he's got these bases up here. He's moving the static defense. I feel like the Spores and Spines are doing an okay job here. Creator also, every time he loses Interceptors, will automatically rebuild them. And that's going to be important. He has 900 minerals. That is a finite amount of Interceptors he can build. If you're going to ask me to do the math on how many that is, I genuinely have no idea. It's 36. Right? 36 Interceptors? God, that's like nothing. That is nothing. That's got to be really nice. Oh, Dark gets the Abduct on the Colossus, kills it this time. These Abducts are just going to be... It's going to be impossible for Creator to take a good fight here. Another Colossus goes down. Dark just trying to play it safe. Trim off some units, pull back. His army supply is so much bigger than Creator's. Creator's army is still very scary. But more Hydras, it looks like, have come out for Dark. He's got more Hydras in production. Ooh, Hydra's running the wrong direction, though. A few of them getting trimmed off here. Dark getting ready to go on in. Wait, where are the buildings? Oh. Creator just dropped a Nexus in the middle of this army. I suddenly realized that Creator has no buildings right now except this one Nexus. Let's see. There's also a Stasis Trap. That doesn't count. Yeah, I mean, Dark's got this. He's got to have this. Queen's going down, doing their best to buy time here. More Hydras on the way out. The Hydra Den's still alive over in the corner. Dark's expanding southwards. He's gaining money right now. He's going to come yoink some stuff. Yoinking a couple more carriers. Gets them both. Interceptors going down. Disruptor Novas not going off. And GGs are getting called as Dark ties the series up 1-1. Hot damn. Hot diggity dog. You're a hot dog. But you better not take to lurker. And a Dark Furter. Also, nobody guessed the musical earlier. It was Book of Mormon. I believe it was from Book of Mormon. Can anybody guess that musical? That one should be easier. You guys should know that one, but... My chat is uncultured in the ways of musical theater. It's kind of disappointing, honestly. Kind of disappointing. Oh yeah, Johnson. We do the Marathon Cast every Monday, live on Twitch. If you guys are new to the channel, give a follow. We've gotten a lot of follows today, and I appreciate that, guys. I also post all the best casts from, not just today, but also from KSL and anything else I cover. All the best casts from the week on YouTube. At this point, it's at least one video a day, so give my YouTube channel a follow. If you missed anything, all the good stuff will be on there. This will undoubtedly be on there, as this match has been so sick already, and we're loading into Game 3. Oh, the tooltip as we loaded into this was rocks can be destroyed to create new paths. Here's a fun fact for you guys. I don't know if you knew. Shout out to rocks. I think Dustin Browder is a big fan of the rocks. Good old Dwayne Johnson. Let's get into game number 3 before I keep talking crazy. Spawning in the lower right-hand corner of Gresvan. We've got the red Zerg player for Dragon Kitesy. It's Dark. His opponent in the upper left, the blue Protoss. It's Creator. Creator looking damn good. Taking game 1. I feel like game 1 was more just Dark not having the tools he's used to having. We saw in that last game he was in a more comfortable spot than game 1. He kind of put himself there, right? I think he was kind of expecting the carriers that time. And they came down from the main and it was like 3 and he was like, ah, there they are. All right. immediate Vipers, Spore Crawlers everywhere. I think Dark was just in control that whole game. Whereas game 1, he really wasn't. And then Creator surprised him with like 7 carriers. It's never where you really want to be. All right, what to expect game 3. So far, Creator has shown us a very passive style of Macro Protoss, kind of putting the onus on Dark a little bit to get something done. And in game 1, Dark really wasn't able to find a good angle to get something done. And that was the really big thing there that gave Creator the ability to win that game ultimately. He was really tight on the defense. Dark wasn't able to find a way in, wasn't able to really crack him. And he was allowed to get to those carriers and get to a very solid ground army. Game 2, though, I think crucially, Dark kept Creator off of 5 bases. Creator was eventually able to take a 5th, but he never really got mining from it, and Dark was able to kill it eventually. And I think that's the big reason Creator was never able to get to that big army, and because Dark was in control of the situation, he was able to react to the carriers in a much better way. And because Creator didn't have that huge bank building up behind it, it just made it so much harder for Creator. The game did end in a base trade, though, so, you know, things still got a little wild. Ooh, straight to Twilight Council. Okay, Creator. 3 on gas? Is this DTs? No, it is Glaives. Could it be Glaives with the DT follow-up? Usually a Glaives build, it's 2 on gas. You don't need 3 on gas for like a 4-gate Glaives. So it makes me wonder if Creator's doing something cheeky. And that's often, it used to be the tell. When Glaives was like the build, there was the tell. If the Twilight Council was first before the Robo, 3 on gas meant DTs, 2 on gas meant Glaives Depths. So, yeah, there's the Dark Shrine. There's the Dark Shrine. That's the tell. 3 on gas means Glaives into DTs. Okay. Now, the question is, will Dark be able to get some sort of scout off on this? He does not have an Overlord over here. He might be able to see at depths. It's been a while since I've seen 4-gate Glaives into DTs. And I feel like Dark might also be a little bit like, oh yeah, okay, 4-gate Glaives, no problem. But is he going to build spores? Is he going to have detection? He's got 1 spore in the main. Dark Shrine is nearly done. Prism sending across the map. Creator is about to have some DTs on Dark's side of the map. Dark, though, is going for a counterattack. He's getting a lot of Lings out and sending them across the map. This feels a little bit dangerous. Ooh, it's just the depth warping in. Okay. The DTs could try to hold back at home. There's no shield battery here. Creator? Creator, please. Uh-oh. Woo. That pylon is not full wall. It's a little bit dicey. Meanwhile, the Adepts on the other side of the map trying to get a shade over? I mean, they will win this fight. These Lings over here, they're killing gateways. That's going to be less warpings available for Creator. Oh, this is a big problem for our Protoss player. His wall is getting demolished. He's losing the Adepts. Oh, he does have some DTs in the main, though. They killed the Spore Crawler. They're going to kill the base. Oh my god, a lair starts up for Dark. He has another Spore down here. Units back at home, struggling to hold on. DT warps in the main. The natural is basically forfeit, but the main goes down for Dark. Oh, he's trying to get the Spore Crawler up here. Spore's gonna burrow, but goes down immediately. Oh, I think 1 DT might have died, though. Prism needs to be careful. Whoa, this is dicey. There's so many Lings on the other side of the map. One DT trying to hold on. Immortal being chrono boosted out. Second DT in the main, desperately trying to get some kills here. Couple more probes go down. Creator not able to mine from his natural. But the DTs, I think, will stop Creator from losing his natural. This is wild. I like Dark's position slightly better, but he's losing the Roach Horn, and he's going to lose the spawning pool. And he has not started to rebuild the spawning pool yet. The Roach Horn's almost done, so at least he's got that going for him. But I feel like the spawning pool is actually going to be crucial here. Now, he is going to have mobile detection. Creator doesn't have a lot of production. He's going to start replacing this wall. He's going to try to start replacing this wall. He's got a decent amount of units here. Dark's going to pop up with the Ravagers, though, and try to gun down some of these buildings. I think he's going to force the cancel on both of those. Yeah, that's really annoying. Recall as well on the Prism with the Archon in it. And with this Prism, Creator should be able to micro well enough. Yeah, Dark's just going to leave. He's going to leave. It's the safer choice. Creator's going to move immediately across the map, though, while he replaces these buildings, this wall. I don't really know. Dark has a lair now. He's going to have a new spawning pool. He's got Roach Speed on the way. He has a Spire halfway done. I mean, Spire's a good choice. Creator doesn't have anything that deals with mutas particularly well. Obviously, Archons deal with them well in a fight, but in like an actual sense of the game, Archons do not deal with them particularly well. Couple drones going down here. Biles will eventually, well, the Queens and the Biles eventually push this away. Spire's going to go unscouted because I don't think Creator's going to get back here, which makes me really worried for this Prism, because if Creator loses these two Archons, he's dead. Queen gets taken down. Again, no scout on the Spire. 5 mutas on the way for Dark. He's got to be feeling pretty good about that. There is a Forge on the way up right now for Creator, and I feel like cannons could be good here. I don't normally want to have to build cannons, but it's a good move. It's not going to be a ton of mutas on the way out immediately. Oh, and Archon gets caught. Oh, that is absolutely brutal for Creator. I don't know what the hell that Archon was doing there. This Immortal in some trouble, too. Oh, the Lings are going to run away. Don't feel like hanging out for this one. Muta's heading towards the main now. There's no defense here, just the shield battery and this one arty pylon. And Mutas get right in. Start working on this probe line. Creator is going to A-move. All right, well, this is certainly an option. Stalkers warping in back at home to try to help defend. The Stalkers do not have Blink. I think Creator's dead. The army back at home for Dark is pretty substantial. If there was nothing on the ground here, I think it could be all right. There's enough Lings to make these Immortals not the best. The Biles as well gonna force these units apart. There's still 4 Immortals though. The Archon's out front. The Mutas might have to come back. They're gonna go ahead and kill the Prism, but Stalkers are showing up as well. 19 probes went down his home for Creator. He basically has nothing left except this army. And this army is good. It's so good. I don't think it's good enough, though. The Immortals trying to buffer out front, trying to blast through these units. But one of them goes down, and all it takes from Dark is picking off these units 1 at a time, 2 at a time. Zealots showing up. Oh, these Immortals doing so much work, but look at how much Roach Ravager there is. It's too much. And Dark takes the 2-1 victory over Creator. Hard-fought games, hard-fought series. Craziness happening. But Dark ends up taking it. GG, man. He's too good.